Step into your power, don't hide away. You were born to shine in your own brave way. Confidence rising like the light of day.
Good morning. It's your girl Nomad Nisi. I always feel so much better after workout. Like, uh, fitness is everything for me. I wanted to post this follow up video to, um, mm, hmm. So my mom passed away last year. Um, it was due to methamphetamine toxicity. So she essentially overdosed. Um, she had a lot of mental health issues. She was bipolar, anxiety, depression, PTSD, OCD, ADHD, a lot, and I think there was some mild schizophrenia going on due to the prolonged drug use. Um, she also had diabetes and had one kidney, so I think her body just could not metabolize the drugs anymore and essentially gave out on her. Um, we had a brief ceremony for her prior to her being cremated, and at her ceremony, I showed up intoxicated. Like I just could not handle seeing my mom's dead body. I couldn't I couldn't wrap my head around the fact that she just was not there anymore. And then to get the information, the toxicology report, and to see methamphetamine toxicity on there as her cause of death, it was a shock to my entire core, to my entire being, because for my entire life, I was not aware of really how deep in addiction my mom was. Um, I feel like she was really good at hiding it. And like, I remember when I was younger, I want to say I was like 12 years old, and I had a really mean cousin that would tell me that going to be just like my mom when I grew up, and I was going to be a meth head just like my mom. And I'd be like, what? Like, my mom is not a meth head. And I remember when I was 17, I asked my mom if she'd ever done any hard drugs or anything like that. And she told me that she tried meth before with my stepdad, but that she tried it one time and didn't like how it made her feel, so she just never did it again. And I understand now that that was a lie. Um, she was really, 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 really good at hiding it, and I think that that just speaks to the shame and stigma around addiction, that we blame the addict for having the problem instead of blaming society and the substance for the harm that it actually causes to people and families. Um, my mom chose to suffer in silence, and now she's not here anymore. And I just refuse for that to be my story. So I'm going to continue to recover out loud. Um, and I understand that because I used alcohol to cope with my mom passing, that now that I am sober, I have 10 months of sobriety. Now all of those feelings of grief and having to process that loss are coming and going in waves. And I kind of like stalled the healing process because I chose to drink instead of feeling those feelings and processing them. But I'm grateful that I am sober today. I get to feel the feelings, and I'm grateful that I have other coping mechanisms in my life now, healthy coping mechanisms in my life now, to be able to process these feelings instead of resorting to alcohol to numb the pain. Me and my mom weren't on good terms when she passed, and I think that's the part that was really eating me up the most, is that I wish me and her would have had a healthy mother daughter relationship. Like, I'd always see friends that had good relationships with their moms, and I always just like daydreamed about me and my mom like going to get our nails done together, or going shopping together, and just doing all these girly things together. And the realization that that was never going to happen, because she's not here right now. She's not here right now. She's not here anymore, and she's never coming back. For a long time, like after she passed, I kept like feeling like I was just gonna see her somewhere. Like this whole idea of her passing was just, it was a terrible nightmare that I was gonna wake up from, and I was gonna run into her and see her on the streets, and we were gonna hug and rebuild our relationship. But it was just a fantasy. Sometimes I would blame myself because I wish I would have done more for us to have a relationship, but I know that God's plan for my mom's life was already written before she was even born. Before I was even born, it was already written. And I've come to accept that. So now I just want to be a voice for myself. I refuse to suffer in silence. And I want to be a voice for others who are also out there that are struggling with their own addictions, whether that's alcohol or other um, drugs. You don't have to do it alone. You're not alone, and you don't have to suffer in silence. Please reach out and get help. We're in this together.